Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. Alright, so what happens when, I'm writing a course, I'm almost done with it as of this video. Hopefully by the time you see this, it's done. My Break Past Fear course. It's going to be an online course and it's going to be a live event. I'm going to take this across the country. In August, the end of August of 2018, I actually have a cruise. So if you want to go to my landriaonka.com site, you can check out what's going on there and sign up for my inspiration. Basically, I had to decide how I was going to help people break through fear. And I came up with 5 steps. Yeah, 5. Because if you follow these 5 steps and you practice them, you won't eliminate fear, you're going to break through it. You're going to learn to live with it, and when you get in those extremely fearful situations, you're going to break through it. I'm going to tell you what the first step is, and of course there's a lot to this, and there's a lot of questions and exercises that you'll do. But the first one is, you are limitless. If you do not believe it, if you do not adopt and adapt to that idea, I'm going to tell you right now, don't go to lesson 2. If you don't believe that you're limitless, then you have barriers, and barriers are fears, and fears stop you from having the things in life that you want. And usually, if you don't believe you're limitless, then you usually have specific limits within yourself, like I can't make a ton of money, or I'm not lovable, or I can't get a great job because I'm just not smart enough. Those are limitations. So you could say, well, of course I'm limited, crazy woman. I can't jump off the roof and fly. Well, actually you could, but we're not advanced enough right now to do that. So, lesson 1. You are limitless. 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 You have no limits. So, are we in the real world of planet Earth? Yes. Within the limitlessness that we are, we're in dense bodies that have certain rules that go on here on this planet, like gravity and some other things. So we play within these rules, even though we are unlimited. Why? Because it just wouldn't work if we didn't play in the human species playground. So we know what those laws are. We know what we are and aren't capable of within the role that we play. We know, or hopefully you know, you're a limitless being, and that once you ditch this body, all those things that you thought you couldn't do, you can do. So if you can do them after you leave this body, that means you're limitless, right? That means you're limitless, because you aren't this body. So if you believe on the other side that all things are possible, then you have to believe that you're limitless. You're just playing a role in a body right now, because you are not the body. Does this make sense? So what are you going to do with this? If you know you're limitless, you know that you can create whatever reality that you choose within this role that you're playing. And that's pretty amazing. That means wealth, health, love, giving, joy, receiving, abundance. It means all of these things. Why? Because you have free will and you get to choose. So I want you to ask yourself if you believe you're limitless. And if you want to make rules within the human constraints, that's okay. So I'm limitless within this body and on this planet. I'm limitless as far as limitless means in this role I'm playing. I don't have to fly off of a roof. I don't really want to fly off of a roof. Although you could do, what is that, parasailing or whatever. What's the one where they jump off of buildings with parachutes? cray cray. But you can create your own rules and laws and say, I'm limitless within this human constraint. What can I do within that? Because I, as a limitless being, can create anything. I can fly, I can do everything. And you can do that when you sleep, when you can do out-of-body experiences. But let's talk about what you do within this body when you're awake. If you don't believe that you have unlimited powers, you will continue to hang on to the fear of the limitations that are bothering you based on beliefs and experiences up to this point. I'm not smart. All my teachers told me I was dumb, so I'm not smart. And you walk around believing that. Instead of saying, well, you know, that's what they believed, but I know I'm limitless, so even if I don't pass tests, that doesn't mean I'm not brilliant. We know most geniuses don't pass tests at school. I'm going to make up new rules. I'm limitless. I have brilliance in the areas that I need within this body. You don't need the other stuff. You need what you have chosen as your talents here in this existence. So I want you to start working on knowing you're limitless. What do I want to create? But only focus on what you truly do want to create. You don't want to go off and, one of my friends said he wanted to be a billionaire. I said, why? Why? Do you know what it takes to be a billionaire? Do you really want to go through that? Do you really need to be a billionaire? Is that ego-driven? Yes. You can be just as effective and make 6 and 7 figures a year. Or 8 figures. You don't have to be a billionaire. Just remember what this means and what it is you're trying to accomplish as a human. And know that you don't have to be wealthy. Abundance doesn't mean you have to have millions and millions of dollars. What do you want? How do you want to live your life? What's really important? Do you want to make a difference on this planet? That's when you're really going to become abundant. Things are going to flow to you. Why? Because you're here, your intentions are positive and wonderful. And you're going to want to give for all the right reasons. The universe picks up on that, on the highest frequency. Yeah, you can manifest on a really low frequency, but the results are not going to be good. Ultimately, not good at all. That's not where you want to be. You can do good things and live an abundant life. So, law number 1, you are limitless. All the experiments on quantum physics back me up. In fact, you're not in one place. You're everywhere at one time. All probabilities exist all at one time, including the past and the future. There's no time outside of this linear planet. But you have to embrace that and know that's true. And know that whatever you want to accomplish, whether it be a huge goal or just even a small one, if you truly desire it, if you truly want it, nothing's stopping you. Nothing's stopping you. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy, and limitless. Namaste.